So, some of you have been following my Grand Seiko journey. I actually had a video that I put out, my 40-year journey from Rolex to Grand Seiko, and that got a fair amount of views and a fair amount of activity and some comments from the pro Rolex people and some comments from the pro Grand Seiko people. So I'm going to do another video here where I'm going to compare Rolex to Grand Seiko. And I'm going to roll in some more of my vintage photos, and I'll repeat some of the vintage photos that I rolled in from the previous video just to show my background with, like I say, 40 years with Rolex watches. And over the years I've owned quite a few watches, and I don't consider myself a collector. I consider myself a user of watches. I buy these watches to use. And I had a troll, Raza, commented on my last video when I gave the 30-day update on the Snowflake, and I mentioned that I went and I visited Steve at Little Treasury Jewelers, and I bought another Snowflake, this one new in the box this time. This one was not new in the box. And the troll comes in and starts questioning my honesty and so on and so forth. Why would you ever buy a second Snowflake and all these things, and speculating as to all kinds of things. And I'll put it this way. The bottom line is I use these watches. I buy these watches to use. And when I tell you that I'm wearing this diver's watch, I'm wearing it. It's on my wrist. When I tell you that I'm rotating in the Snowflake and I'm wearing that watch, I'm wearing that watch. Right now, I'm going to rotate in this additional Snowflake watch, and I'm going to keep track of which is more accurate. And most likely, the one that's least accurate will be gone. Okay? So, and I got a good buy on the first one that I got. And I wasn't sure that I wanted a Snowflake in my rotation. And so I was hesitant to buy a brand new one from Steve. Now that I know I pretty much want one in my rotation, and I was there and he had one in stock and he treated me right, I went ahead and got it. So it's not, there's no big conspiracy here. There's no, I'm not paid by Grand Seiko, okay, to do this. I'm not paid by Steve to do these various videos that I'm doing, these updates and things that I'm doing. Now, he has hired me to do some video work. He's a sponsor on some of my community websites. See this, Frederick.com? If you go there and you click on jewelers, you'll see him listed there, okay, along with hundreds of other businesses that sponsor my website. And I've got a network of those websites around the Mid-Atlantic region. By the way, if you need a job and you need to make money so you can buy an expensive watch, we are hiring. But most people don't want to work. They want to sit in the basement and make comments like Raza, troll comments, and about whether or not somebody's honest or not on YouTube. Well, here's the bottom line. You either trust my videos and what I say, or you don't. This is the last time I'm going to address this issue. Obviously, you have no way of knowing if I actually really use these watches or I don't. And unless you know me in real life, then you have no way of knowing, right? Maybe I hate Grand Seikos and I'm just being paid to say how great they are. But maybe, just maybe, I really like them and I'm actually wearing them and using them and they are amazing. So it's one of those two things. You have to make the determination as to which it is. But in any event, I'm going to roll a bunch of clips into this video, and I probably already rolled some in before I'm saying this. Clearly, you don't want to just look at me the whole time, so that's why I roll in the clips. But by the way, as far as what the watch looks like on the wrist, I rolled my sleeve up so you can see the size of this diver's watch on wrist. My wrist is about 7.25 inches, and it can swell up to like 7.5 inches if it's really humid and I'm outside. Right now I'm in air conditioning, so it's about 7.25 inches. So you can see what this watch looks like on wrist. You see how thick it looks. You can see what the clasp looks like. Because people have said, well, it's too bulky, it's too big, and so on. And the 40 millimeter Rolex Submariner definitely is smaller. I grant you that. It's absolutely smaller. It's thinner. So if I didn't have a Snowflake in rotation, so I have a thinner watch, more compact watch to wear, in a dress situation or whatever, then something like a Submariner, if I was only going to have one watch, then maybe that would be a better option for me than this diver's watch because of the thickness and so on, and the size. It's a little bit bigger. So, but that is a determination you have to make, how often you're wearing a cuff over your shirt and how big a factor that size is for you. Some people are never in that situation. They always roll up their sleeves, or they're always wearing short sleeves or whatever, and so they don't care. They don't mind wearing a watch that's a little bit bigger. For me, this watch is easier to read. That's what I like. The hands are bigger. It's just easier for me to read than the Rolex. And I don't like to wear my reading glasses all the time, okay? It's simple as that. When I'm out and about, I'm not wearing the reading glasses, so I like a watch I can just look at and read. Of course, I've mentioned this in some of my other videos. In this video, this diver's watch is extremely readable in all lighting conditions. So, back to the Rolex versus Grand Seiko thing. They are both fantastic watches in my opinion. You're going to see the clips that I've been rolling in here comparing the two. There's no debating, in my opinion, that they're both fantastic watches. I just really like the spring drive, and I like the accuracy of the spring drive and the durability of the spring drive. By all accounts, it's every bit as durable as the Rolex movement, which is also very durable, by the way. And so will last a very long time, will go longer between service intervals just because there's no escapement and that back and forth movement and all that will cause more wear. That doesn't even exist in the spring drive. So very robust movement. I like the titanium. I like the lightweight and the comfort aspects of the titanium. Titanium on the skin is not as irritating on skin as stainless steel for people that have allergies or anything like that. So there are a bunch of benefits to the titanium. It's harder and stronger than the stainless steel that Rolex uses. But hey, I had Rolexes for years and they held up fine. So that's really not that big an issue for me, but it depends on, I guess, how much you bang your watch around and that durability issue, how much of a big deal it is for you. On sport watches, they get a few dings, a few minor scratches or something. That doesn't bother me one bit. I buy these watches to use. And everybody keeps asking me, by the way, about scratches. Do these watches scratch? Mine have not scratched so far. They're holding up great. But I don't abuse the watches. I wear them all the time, but I don't knock them against metal all the time or door jambs, you know, the door handles, things like that. I guess some people are more prone to do that than others. So far, I haven't had that problem. So for me, that the scratches and all has not been a problem. But then again, I buy these watches to use, and so I'm not, worried about it, a little tiny scratch somewhere that I have to use a loop to see. So that really hasn't been an issue. So anyway, I rolled in a bunch of clips. Hopefully you've seen them, and I'm going to keep you updated on the accuracy of the two snowflakes, how they continue to do. Of course, the first snowflake was plus about 8 seconds. My last video shows a still of that after 1 month, exactly 1 month. So I'll keep you updated on how that continues to go, and I'll keep you updated. This is a new one, yeah. I'll keep you updated on the new one, how accurate it is. I'll do probably a 1 week video will be the first one I'll do, and we'll keep our fingers crossed. I hope it's accurate, and I hope it's not slow. I hate watches that are slow. That will put it on the sell block, probably, if it's slow, depending on how slow. If it just loses like a half a second or something after 1 week, then I wouldn't worry about that. But if it loses like 2 or 3 seconds after 1 week, it's out of here. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, all of those good things. And I will try to keep you up to date as this journey from Rolex to Grand Seiko continues. Thanks again for watching.